All right, today we are going to condition the Rios of Mercedes ropers. The elk butt is the leather we have here. Now the elk butt is very similar to goat, where it doesn't crease as much as a bovine leather, but this definitely, as you can see, will take on some patina from denim and also any other kind of rubbing that happens, that does happen. So I took these with me to Vancouver. I took, as I stated, if you watched previous video, I took my 9011 Beckman black cherries with me, and I took these. I like traveling with a pull-on because it's easy at the airport just to slip in and out of these, put these on the tray as they go through the x-ray and they come out, pull them back on and go. I know a lot of guys I've seen in the airport, they travel with slides and basketball shorts, but I haven't given up on life yet. I know two flight attendants, and they definitely look at what you're wearing. So if you are a single guy, I would not recommend flying with slides and basketball shorts. If you're married, who cares what you wear? Nobody cares what you're doing when you're married with kids. The best option for me when flying is a pull-on, because you could put easy on-off and you're still looking stylish. Took these with me, and tell you the best way to really break in a boot is you travel with it, because you have no other option really but to wear this thing. And these got pretty beat up, glad to say. So I'm just going to do a quick condition on camera for you guys, because I have conditioned my ropers before and I use Lexol when I do that. I believe it was recommended on the Rios website, or I either emailed them. I think it was email. They said to use Lexol. So that's what I've been using on my Rios of Mercedes leathers. Okay, what was I going to say about these? Oh, so it's interesting. Here, I'll wipe these down as I talk. I have a damp cloth in hot water. But the interesting thing about this elk butt is that the way the water it doesn't really take water easily versus bovine. And it rains a lot. If anyone knows anything about Vancouver, it rains a lot. And I wore these, and I purposely was trying to just to see what happens with them. So I was, going in, wearing them in the rain just to see how they would take. And I wore them once on a walk with the pups in the mud. I didn't like that because I had my Beckmans for that. And so I only did it one time, and I was just like, it's not really what I want to do with these. And I don't really need to clean the shaft much, because the shaft it's always under either denim or canvas. So, but I'll just do it anyways, because I'll condition it because it still gets dry. But the vamp definitely got exposed and got muddy. And I'll do a close-up. I'll show you. I was at the airport walking on the moving walkway, and I scuffed the top of my boot as I was exiting, and I got so mad. I got so mad. It's just I went to lift my foot and it just got clipped, and I was like, no, why? I remember sending a photo to a friend of mine just to be like, damn it, look what happened. Look at what happened to my boots. He said, it doesn't look that bad, but I was not happy about it. Okay, which one was it? Okay, here it is. Here, I'll show you a close up. Right there. See that scuff right there? Tore the front of my poor toe. Tore the front of my poor toe. Oh, and also look at this. Look at that. I need to learn how to walk. Let's see the other one. Oy, oy, oy. These are gonna have to go to the cobbler immediately as well. I'll start with the right foot, but what I wanted to talk about, while I was in Vancouver, I was sitting on the sofa, kind of just admiring the boots as I took them off and they're sitting, how the denim I was wearing kind of started crocking and putting a nice patina on the shaft. And even here on the front, the top of the vamp, I was kind of admiring that look. And I took some video as I was kind of looking at because I was like, okay, when I get back, I'm gonna condition these and I wanna show that. So that's kind of what I'm showing you here. Was just that really cool crocking that had happened because I was, like I said, was wearing these all over. So let's get to conditioning with the Lexol. And I'm going to do the vamp as I said because it might as well just get to it, even though it's under denim or canvas. And I kind of felt bad for these when I was wearing them. I was like, oh yeah, you're definitely gonna need some TLC when we get back. But elk and goat I kind of like because it is sturdy. And ostrich, I've heard ostrich is very similar, but I don't own any ostrich, but I've heard it's pretty sturdy as well. And I can tell you the way that the elk is kind of like soaking in this, it seems you know, the one thing I'm curious as I'm looking at this, I'm doing this, is if it's going to get lighter or will it darken, because this is definitely darkening the hide. I want to say I went to my local Cobbler and picked up the Lexol. If you are looking for some, I think it was probably like maybe between $6 and $8 at the Cobbler. So if you are looking, you maybe at your local. Maybe at your local Walmart, or I don't know if Target, wherever you live, you may be able to find it as well. Or if you just order on Amazon. I always do check Amazon first, but then I don't always have don't want to have to pay for like shipping and wait for it, so I just kind of like track it down at like some Cobblers in New York City. For example, I was out yesterday and picked up some saddle soap. I looked on Amazon, they had it, of course, but then I was out and it's like if I pass a Cobbler, I'm gonna walk in and see if they have it. And it was $6 for some saddle soap. So. And these will definitely have to go get a new heel on these ropers, because I don't know how to walk correctly. Let this one dry. And we'll work on the left boot. A little before and after. A little conditioned, unconditioned. I know that if anyone picked up the elk butt from Pinto Ranch, not all of the boots are the same. So mine look very different. Someone had sent me a photo of a pair that they purchased, and they were very different. They were darker. They had like more. It's kind of like patchier part of the hide. It was very interesting, and if you look closely at Pinto Ranch, they'll say not all of the boots are going to be similar. They're not going to be uniform because it's just different parts of the elk butt. So I guess I kind of got lucky that I didn't get ones that were a little too far out there. Mine were pretty uniform in color, lighter in color. From the photo that they show on their website, and then what you get, but they let you know in the small print that the color will vary depending on which part of the hide. Nice. All right, so the other thing that I want to do with these is, since the leather stack was exposed quite a bit to the elements, I'm going to use the Red Wing all natural boot oil, and I'm going to put that on the leather stack and condition that, because that was definitely sitting in water, exposed, all that. So I kind of want to actually give that some love too, because that can fall apart on you as well. So I'm just going to go along here, as you see here, and give that, condition that. Although I know when these go to the cobbler, he's probably going, since I didn't get to the leather, I don't think he's going to replace that stack. He'll probably just replace the heel. Because I know in the past, I've gone too far with some boots, and I've had the rubber go, and then it started to get into the leather, and then you just have to get a whole new heel made. So I'm very cautious about that now. And I'm gonna hit right here in the center where we have this exposed leather. And at the top here, I'm gonna hit those two spots. Give that a little love. And I even noticed that some of the pegging was starting to come out, so those will have to be hit back in. So let's do that to the right boot. Little love on the stack all around. And then here, an exposed bit again, and that top bit. When I get a chance to take these to the cobbler, I'll show you the new heel that they put on. All right. So now I'm gonna let these sit and dry, and then show you what they look like. I'll give them a little brushing after, and then show you what they look like once they're dry. Okay, so the boots are now dry. They do look darker, as I would imagine, but they look healthier. The leather is not dry, not clinging on. and asking to be moisturized. They look absolutely beautiful. So even the stack on there looks like they can go, they're ready to go on another trip. But as I stated, I'm going to take these to a cobbler and have that heel replaced. Because they definitely don't want it to get to the leather, because then it'll be, number one, more expensive for a rebuild and take more time for them to do. But as I said, I've used Lexol before on two other Rios or Mercedes ropers, but they were of bovine leather, the two others. But I have to say, I'm very pleased, and my boots look much happier now that they're conditioned. So thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you guys next time with some more boots, hats, leather jackets, something. Be a boot. See you guys next time. See ya. Today is Wednesday. I shot the video on Sunday. And today is Wednesday. I dropped the boots off on Monday to get a new heel. $36 at Leather Spa. The Leather Spa closest to me, I'm currently in Financial District because the Leather Spa closest to me is in the Financial District. $36, which is a little high. There are hundreds, if not thousands, of cobblers in New York City, and you could probably get it done for maybe 20 bucks, maybe somewhere. But Leather Spa is the place I went to get my West Coast chopped, and so they do really good work, and so you're gonna pay a little bit more for the quality. So they said they would be done on Friday, but today is Wednesday. They called me yesterday, but I couldn't pick them up, so I said I'll come by tomorrow. So here we go, off to Leather Spa to pick up, and hopefully they did a good job with. I know they did, but I'm just saying. Oh, I also got to get Powerball tickets. I see there's a line. I got to come back for that. We'll get the boots first. Boom. Leather spa. Let's go in.
So these are the new heels that they put on. They look really, really good. Like I said, leather spa, they do great work. And they also did some dressing on the edges for me, even though I kind of treated those with that wood oil. They did some nice dressing on there. For $36, they are ready to go again, and they look really great.